Okay, now let's go to the next topic, which wherein we're talking about a very important concept, that is fx graph. So let's consider this graph, which is force versus displacement graph. Consider a random graph, and this is a function of force which is varying over a distance. Let us take 2 points over here, that is x equals to a, x equals to b, and we're going to see that if I have to find some data out of this, it has to be either some area or slope. In this case, we're going to use the area. Now, why area? Is because in general, you always remember this concept that if there is a function f of x, so this is y, this is x, and if I have to find the area of this, if I have to find the area of this function, because this is not a regular function, if you have to find the area of this function, it is given as integral a to b, because a and b are the limits, f of x dx. Now f of x means nothing but the function y. That means when we integrate this, we get the area. Now we are looking at the reverse process of this. That means if already we have seen that work done is nothing but force into displacement and the area of it. That means the integral of f dot dx is work done. So this and this is same. That means when we talk about this expression, we are actually talking about the area under fx curve. Simply means that if you find the area under fx curve, what we'll get is work done. So you can be given such a graph and you can be asked to find the work done on an object. Let's take some example. Let us say that we have got a graph like this, wherein we have got this kind of a curve now, and these are some points given to you. Let us say this is 5, this is 3, this point is 3, this point is 6, and now we have to find the work done. So we won't be bothered about what kind of function this is, because this is a straight line and easily we can decode the area, because this is the area of the trapezium, this is the area of the triangle. So let me break it up into 3 areas now, A1, A2 and A3. So we have got a rectangle, sorry, in this case it's a square, because this is 3, this is 3, area A2 and A3. So area A1 comes by this as 3 into 3, 9. Area A2 would be half into base, the base is 3, into height, the height is 5 minus 3, this is 2. So height is 2, and what we get is 3 joules, 9 joules, and the last one, A3, is going to be half into base into height. So the height is given as 5. So in this case it's going to be 15 by 2, which is 7.5 joules. Now let's add all of them. What we get is 7 plus 3, 10, 10.5. And the final answer is total work done is a summation of all areas, okay, which would be given as summation of all areas, which would be given as this plus this plus this, which is nothing but 19.5 joules. That is the answer of this question. Let's take another question to understand this better. This time around, let me take a graph which is going below the x-axis also, and this data shows that this is 6, this is 3 and this is 3. Let us say that. Let us also say that this is minus 3. Now, clearly from observation we can see that both the triangles are symmetric. That means the base of this is 3, the base of this is 3. The height of this is 3, the height of this is 3. That means both will have same kind of area. So this area has to be taken as plus A. This area has to be taken as minus A. Now if we sum up the areas, turns out that the area turns out to be 0. So we can clearly see that net area comes out to be 0. That means in this case we can say that work done is going to be 0. Let us take another question. Let us say that this time around we have got a function which is given like this, force, and this is displacement. This is 2, this is 0, and let's call this as the function y equals to 2x squared. This is a function. So I have to write it in a slightly different way. The function is force. So it's a variable force. And now I can just find this from our typical method 2x square dx, varying from 0 to 2. So we have, at the start of the concept, I just told you that y dx ka integral is nothing but area. So if you have to get the area under this curve, all that we have to do is just integrate it to x cube by 3 from 0 to 2. So which is going to be 2 by 3, 8 minus 0. So what I have done is, after integrating by the normal method that we learned, I have just put the upper limit minus lower limit, which comes out as 16 by 3 joules. That is the answer of this question.